Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So this week I'm going to be using the gorgeous P8 Hygge Life Kit in my planner. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so I am so in love with this kit. Oh my goodness, it is so pretty. I just want to play with it all the time. And I really want to make this one as nice as I possibly can. So let's just give this a shot. So I know I want to use this bit of paper. I want to use down the side here. And I don't quite know how I'm going to do it, but I want to do that. And then I'm going to use a bunch of the washi tape. And then obviously some stickers. So I'm going to start with the side here. I don't quite know how or where I'm going to stop. I think I'm going to come down here like this and then go around this one and then come down to this orchid. So it's just, I always get, not confused, but I never know whether I should make it easy on myself and just cut this and go from there, or if I should just fussy cut it. But I find that it's probably going to be easy to do it this way. So it's very close to the edge and I did that on purpose, so that's okay. So I'm going to come down and around this flower. I'm just going to give this little bit a curve. And I'm just sticking as close to the edge as I can, because obviously here I have to cut some away. I really want it. Okay. I'm going to cut. I really wanted this leaf. I still do. I think, and I think I'll put it back. But just for the sake of the start here, I'm just going to cut around the flower. I'm going to cut. This bit's going to come off. Actually, all right. Here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow these around. I'm trying to avoid too much of the background. I don't want the background on there. I want this to be, as much as I can, I want this to be a solid sort of thing. That makes no sense, but I know I want to stay as close to the edge as I can and cut off the excesses. But then I'm going to come back and grab some of the other bits and stick them in behind. So I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting this out. Okay, so I went ahead and cut out some of the other bits and pieces while I was there, and I did the other side. So it's going to sit like that, and I'll cut off a little bit at the bottom, and that's fine. Oh, isn't that so pretty? I actually love that I stuck close. The only part I don't like is just here. I'm actually just going to come in a little bit and just, I am still going to have to leave a little bit of the brown, because obviously the spiky ones are a little bit harder. But I like the cutting up close. I think it looks really lovely with this kit in particular. I don't know why. I just think it looks good. There we go. Okay. I also want to put some washi tape down. I want to put the wide washi at the bottom, and I'm going to cut off the excess so it'll sit all the way along. It'll obviously be underneath this bit here, and I'll cut off the excess, and then I'm going to put the regular washi at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and stick the washi tape down, cut off all the excess. Other thing I'm going to do too is just white out the titles at the top, or the month at the top. What? There we go. I'm going to go ahead and trim all that off, stick it all down, and when I come back we'll be able to start off doing the rest of it. Alright, before I stick stuff down, I've just remembered, or need to tell you something and then need to just remember something. I want to put the skinny washi in between all of these. I love these little lights, they're so cute. And I want to make sure they sit in underneath. So I'm going to follow the lines across with all of these. So this washi tape, the actual strings aren't straight. They're deliberately a little wonky. So I want my, what's the word I'm looking for? I want my placement of this to be a little wonky as well. So I'm just whiting out all the days or all the words here. I'm not doing the one at the top because that one will stay and I'll just cover it up afterwards, but it's not getting lights on it. So this way, when I stick this down, I'm following along the line underneath. It looks straight, looks straight-ish, but what it is doing is it is 100% covering up that line so you can't see it at all. And if that means that the washi tape's a little wonky, that's okay. I like that look. So I'll finish doing all the washi and then stick all this down, and then I'll be back. Pretty does that look? And then I've got still, and I'll come back to them, I won't put them down yet, but I've still got a couple of little of the willows. I don't know whether you call them pussy willows or you call them something else, but I'm going with that. Plus some little leaves and things as well that I can put down on the side if I want to, which I'll come back to if I choose to. Alright, next up we're going to put in, hold on, first thing, I'm just going to check that there's none of the die cuts that I want to put in. Now, I'm tempted to put in the doors on the side here and have them open up. I kind of like the idea, but I also kind of don't because it is a lot big and it's going to take up most of Sunday. It'll give me back a bunch of room, obviously, and I don't have anything on Sunday. So I'm just going to leave that up there for a second. I'll have a look at the other bits and pieces and just decide, no, I don't want to put that anywhere. I love that ladder. It's so cute. This is where I got the idea to do the hobby thing. I thought I'll do that, but I thought maybe that would be better off on a card or something. Okay. Yep, I'm happy with that. I'm still debating the doors. I want to check the stickers. I think there's only one door in the stickers. Well, if we did in the barn doors instead of the doors, that would work in that. No, you know what? I'm going to do the big doors just for something different for me. I don't do this very often. And I'm just trying to work out then. I'm going to continue using this bit of paper. So when you open it, this is where my brain needs to get going. So I think I'm going to cut. I'm actually going to do two things. Number one, I'm going to cut off around the outside here because I don't have any white around anything else. So I don't want right around this either. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to cut straight down the middle, following sort of where the door would open. Just making sure I get all the white off. Forget how lovely this cardstock is on the die cuts until you go to cut it. Yep, and then I'm going to go straight up the middle. Right along that line. Okay, so there we've got our two doors. It will take up most of Sunday, but I'm actually okay with that. And then rather than having, I want that to open. Okay, hold on. This is where sometimes a little bit of scrap paper can just help you understand what you need to do. I'm just going to fold that in and fold that in. So that's what you need to do. And that'll sit there and sit there and then open up. So I want it to open up to that, so it needs the pink in the middle. Okay. So if I grab my scoreboard, I'm only doing this because I can. I like the crispness of the folds when they come from a scoreboard, so that's why I'm using the scoreboard. So I'm going to score this one first. So as much as I can, I want that to be plain on the inside. So if I score here, and then fold that over. Off. I'm going to waste a little bit here, but I think that's okay. I'll use it. Trust me, I'll still use it. So I'm going to mark that there and just trim it off. If I have a look here, I should be able to line this door up and work out where it needs to be scored on this side. There it is. And then I can trim off that excess in a second as well. Yep, flat on the top. Mark that. Go ahead and stick, oh that's perfect. Go ahead and stick these down and then we'll trim off the bottom at the same time because that'll be a bit easier. I'm just going to do it this way. I'm just going to put the glue on first and then stick it at the same time. No reason why, I don't have to do it twice. I'm going to use my scoreboard to help me make sure this is straight or straight-ish. I'm just following that down. Okay. For me, it is more important that the edges line up as opposed to the middle because I can cut that little bit of middle bit off. Making that. I want this to sit as close to looking like it's one die cut as it can. I'm just going to trim off this excess pink. Hope when I close that, yeah, that still looks good. Okay, and then I can just trim off the bit on the bottom and we can just attach this to the page. I love it. There's just a little bit of the plants on the inside. It just gives it a really nice little look. And if I just stick that straight on there, I can still put a bit of, I can put Sunday there and it'll be fine. Just adding just a little bit of glue here because my plant there's a bit loose. We'll put glue all over the back and we can stick this down. Then we'll do the weeks the days of the week, sorry, and we'll actually get moving on this because it feels like we haven't got very far. Damn, it's pretty. I'm leaving a teensy little bit on the side there, just so that it's not quite right on the edge. And then I might put some flowers or something along the top here, but we'll get to that in a sec. Alright, days of the week needs to go in next. And I'm just thinking if I'm going to use I'm leaning towards using all of the days, like all of the colours. Yes, because they just give me a much nicer look. So it's whiting out Monday. I'm just going to go ahead and stick all of these down and I'll be right back. So I just did my little thing sometimes where I cut out the sticker. Sometimes it's just nice not to have the white around the outside, and I just didn't want it at the top there because it kind of felt like it took away from stuff. And I deliberately put my days for all of the right side of my page on the left hand side, and I'll just cover up. The only one that really needs to be covered is this one. The sticker, the washi tape does a really good job of covering up that other bit. Okay, so I'm actually going to use a box to cover up that bit at the top. It's this bit here that just explains what Hygge is. Now this is, again, I'm being a crazy person. No, I'm not going to be a crazy person. It's just a little bit not centered, and that's fine. I just need to get over it. But that will cover that up perfectly, and then I think it fits really nicely too, that it's got like a bit of a explanation of what Hygge is, which is nice. Nice. Alright, so then I've got just these little bits that I want to put in different spots. So I'm just having a look at where I can put them. I actually kind of think it doesn't need too much. I might just put one of the little pussy willows at the top with these leaves in it. But then I think I might leave this side because it sort of feels full enough. So I'm just going to really quickly, I'm actually going to trim that off so it's not quite, actually, I'll use this one instead. And then just put glue tape on these and the leaf, stick those on. Just need to be a bit careful with the leaves because they are a little bit delicate, so I'm just going to be careful with these. Doesn't matter if they're torn because I can put them back together, but if I can avoid it, I will. Okay, so I'm going to use my tweezers to help me out here. So I can sort of pick things up and tuck them and pull them and move them. So just giving myself a bit of space underneath that little bit. We'll put the leaves in as well. Kind of like that is layered. It kind of gives you a bit more to it. Where to from here? I need to put in, I don't want to do too much more because it really is very, very pretty. I want to put a bit of Werribee on there. I'm going to put the Happy Mail one in here, and I'm going to stick it. So stick it at the top, and then I'm going to use the little hearts at the top of the Werribee as like the little ticky boxes. I'm actually going to pick that Happy Mail up and just move it a little bit to the right. So I do have a little bit of mail coming this week. I didn't mean to, but whoops, the finger slipped. Needs just a little, it needs a mini. I'm just going to grab this little side poking mini. Just thinking, do I want to put her at the top or do I want to put her at the bottom? Just lining her up so she sort of looks like she's just poking in that side. That's just so cute. I love that door. I'm very glad I did the door. I know I've taken up most of my room on Sunday, but I don't have anything on Sunday. It's my day off. It's quiet. I think it'll be fine. I'm just going to grab this bit of Werribee that just says celebrate every day. I'm just pulling in a little bit more green to this side. I feel like the right hand side is very green and the left is just missing something. So I'm just going to tuck this in the side. I'm underneath these little leaf things. Weirdly, I don't have any doctor's appointments this week, which is really odd. I know we're still going to be in lockdown. I'm not going to worry about putting my little lockdown symbols on here at the moment, because I'll stamp them in as we go, because I don't want to have to unstamp them, which is harder to do. What else do I want to put? I need to put daycare stickers in. I'm not going to put my swimming stickers in yet, mainly because I don't know if they're going to happen, so we'll just wait and see. So I'll just put the daycare ones in first. I do love being able to move the daycare ones around. Like, they don't always have to sit at the top. They can sit sort of wherever. Put that one under the leaf. No. Put it at the top there. And then I just feel like the Saturday is just missing something. It just needs a sticker on the side. Little leaf. Just want to put that sitting, no I don't. I was going to have it sitting on top of that, but then it covers up the lights, which isn't what I want to do. I'm actually going to grab the shelf and have that sit across the lights on Saturday. I think that'll look really cool, like above the door. That's nice. Yes. Okay. I'm just looking at it going, do I want to add anything else? I just want, it just needs to be something else. It's Thursday. It's bothering me. I don't want to go too over the top with more flowers, because we're obviously pretty floral already. It's weird that I don't have any appointments on Thursday. It's actually throwing me for a bit of a loop. I think I'm leaning towards the little bunting banner, just for something else over on this side. I don't know why I feel like it needs it, I just do. There we go, that's better. I'm just going to chuck in this little kiss kind of thing. I don't know why, I just want it down in that corner. Alright, I'm going to leave it at that. Do you know what would look really pretty over the top of this as well, if I was so inclined to do so? I'm not going to, but the acetate over the top would look absolutely stunning. I'm going to save the acetate for another project, because I have ideas for that. But that's my week using Hygge Life in my planner. I love. And you'll see when I get to play with this. I've already obviously done the digital kit. I've still got my project to come. And then I've also got a blog post. I'm going to try and always do that. There's always going to be like a digital project, a kit project, a weekly decoration, and then a blog post. So you'll get plenty from me for each of the PA kits. You guys know I love them. I don't even need to say it. But this one is especially pretty to me. I don't know what it is. It's not even the pinks. It's the peaches and the greens that I think are getting me. But I love the florals. I love the is it the protea and the orchids. They're just stunning. I love this. So that is it for this week's decoration. Thank you so much for joining me. If you did enjoy it, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to follow me for more fun weekly decorations and Planners Anonymous videos. I hope you guys have an absolutely awesome week. Take care of yourselves, and I will catch you in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!